This is your boy Sammi Auto from GFI, and this is UndergroundHitlist.com. Check it out. The top 5 rappers, it is Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, because I spit that hot fire. Google me.
Ain't no party like a Goontah party, cause a Goontah party don't stop. But the thing you'll know about a Goontah party, if you start beef, you'll get mauled up. Like a broken Xbox, we don't play no games. When the heat's on, please don't say no names. If they haven't heard of us, and let it be known, shots rang in the air for our area code. Aztec, Bash Q, plus all the big.
It was around like 2008, 2009. The first studio I recorded at was at Young C Majors in Salt Lake when he was working stuff with Ziploc Entertainment. I recorded the first time over there, and like we were just trying to see what kind of style and what my rap name was. We were clowning a couple of names like Sammi Soda or some shit like that, but we finally figured out my style and how it kind of like was like a chopper style, like Sammi Auto, Sammi Automatic. It just basically clicked since the very beginning. Goontah is a civil rights movement. It's for the people in the state of Utah, and the definition of a goon is a hired thug. And since we're how we're a part of the worker bee state, and like it just all clicks together because everybody thinks it's just a bunch of Mormons and a bunch of like uptight motherfuckers, and really it's not all about that. There's people that get down too. There's thugs, there's hustlers, there's pimps, so there's culture here too as well. And then the ski mask for the Goontah is basically expressing for our Fourth Amendment rights, just because of the police out here just always trying to be in our business, everybody trying to be in our business when we're trying to live our own lives. My writing process is basically like a rehearsal writing process. Do you remember how you didn't believe me from the start and said to get my life together? Why did you question? Didn't even buy a ticket to my shows? On my flows and my rhymes pathetic. Do it by syllables. I count my syllables and then I kind of rehearse it and able to make it go with the song. So it's basically simple mathematics. I was born and raised in Ogden, Utah. I always lived here for my whole life. I was in the streets. My mom's side of the family was kind of proper etiquette, and then my dad's side was more the hood side, and so basically I learned both worlds. My dad was usually just a street hustler, all out gangster or whatever, whoever had a problem with it, he handled. My mom was kind of a gangster too. On some things I won't tell too much about that, but she had to handle her own tuning because she's from Dallas, Texas. She was part of like the early like civil rights movements up in like Brigham in Utah, and so she was like all about like civil rights and freedom of speech. And my dad was just kind of like a street hustler type of cat, but also had his knowledge as well. The concept for original was basically I had my own different style and my own words that I wanted to say. I don't really fit in with a lot of styles, not really mainstream. Underground, I kind of fit into more of that, but like I still have like a mainstream sound, but it's not like either strange music or trap or club music. It can be all combined. I just love music, and that's what came up with the concept because I'm different than most what people expect from me. And that's how I made the whole album concept, the whole artist material, the whole beats, the whole lyrics. I just try to make it as different as possible, and with like different genres too, because I like to dab in other genres, like reggae, pop, heavy metal, old school hip hop, R&B, all kinds of stuff. And so basically, original is just me. The artists that influenced me most, the OGs in the game, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, like a lot of West Coast rappers. Tech Nine influenced me on how to get my lyric game up. Also, just more artists around the way as I develop as an artist myself.
Let's get one thing straight. I'm referring myself to this, so don't get all sensitive about it or butthurt about it when I talk about it.
Um, Wigger stands for White Intelligent Gangster Gains Exceeded Recognition. And basically, what I tell about it, like, there's so many, like, storylines and main, like, concepts that I want to talk about on the story. Like, basically, like, racial slurs and everything like that. It happens to everybody, not just one per se. Like, everybody's picking different sides. And I think that's what's the most difficult in our society. Instead of focusing on main issues and main problems with our economy, with us uniting as different groups, we're all divided. And so it should be the United States, but it turns out to be the divided states. And so basically what this contributes as, no one's better than anybody else, and we should all treat each other equal no matter what. It also tells about personal stuff in my life that I developed because I was raised around, the hood. I was raised around, people that are from the streets. I was raised around different cultures. I was raised around, different ethnic groups and everything like that, and it developed my own style. Last thing about it is, on the moral, is that, like, I think as a white rapper coming into hip hop, I think it's like the most difficult right now because it's new to the scene. There's more white rappers coming more nowadays, and like I think people are more judgmental into it. I think they should be more open minded to the concept, but like at the very end, like society and like everybody's kind of judgmental of a white rapper, and so that's how come we have to bring our skills more to the table. And I think this song is basically going to tell about where we come from in a culture, in a hood culture, what I mean, that doesn't really depict on color. It just depicts on how you live, what your environment was, and, what your economic status was and is. So basically, that's Wigger, white intelligent gangster gains exceeded recognition. The top five rappers, it is Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, Sammi Auto, because I spit that hot fire. No, I'm just bullshit. My top five rappers, has been like Ice Cube, Tech Nine, Eminem, Fleazy Montana, Sir Flo. He's like one of the dudes that came coming out of Ogden, Utah, so he's kind of like a top five of mine. And the last one I should say is Jelani Harris. The next generation, I would say, look for your own way and able to make your label or your image more independent. Because if you try to follow everybody else, then you would just be a trend. And you want to be something more basically, like that. I have a new saying: if you make history, you stay in history. And so basically, that's what I feel that is important for music, for anything that you do in life. What I want to tell new artists: if you can make your own style, you can make, and don't go follow a lot of people else, follow their own styles, but you can't even make your own style, then what's the point of music and the creativity? The official date is going to be August 22nd. I had to push it back since for like all the videos and all the graphics and everything, I wanted to make sure that it was prepared and look classy. It'll look like it's right on the ball. It'll be on everything. And so August 22nd is the official date. Open-mindedness. I want them to be more aware of what's going on, not just in their own individual lives where they can be a better person or a better artist or a better individual, but also kind of get together as a society to see what we can do to make positive changes and positive outcomes for our future, and so it doesn't end up a disaster or anything. So many projects that I'm doing right now. Like I got Fleazy Montana. I got him a couple of mixtapes coming out. Life of a Rapper, and then also his mixtape that he's developing is called Black Rose. I'm also working with a new artist, and she's more of a partner for me now, for GFI, Goonfitted Inc. Her name is Trina Havoc, and she's got like a couple of mixtapes going like out to Causing Havoc 2. And I want to get some of my old members from the squad on like new mixtapes and new compilation albums. I wanted to make one that was called Squad, and I wanted to have my boy Rusta Sab, my boy Jamie Dro, my boy Milkweed, my boy Brazy, old people from the squad, my boy Vibe. And so we can just make good music like we always did, like even back then when we were coming up as kids and coming up as a group. Google me. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, for general media. You can find me on YouTube. I got a new hit. It's called Ant with the boy Twisted Insane, from Worldwide Choppers and everything like that. He did stuff with Tech Nine. Yeah, you can just pop my name up. Just type in SAMMIAUTO, and it'll show me everywhere. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, YouTube, Twitter, everything, all social media. I'm on there, so you can just Google me. Shit. I want to shout out everybody, in the Goontah, in the whole state of Utah, Hip Hop 801 all the way. And like, because we need to get this thing together. I think people are too separated and like too competitive with each other and able to make the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I think that's how we're going to be able to develop a bigger underground than other cities if we put our minds and ideas together and able for it to flourish and be beneficial.
Gonna kill it with the illest metaphors, gonna feel it on the rise, I'ma take it all. Man, I'm about to break them off. Gonna kill it with the illest metaphors, gonna feel it on the rise, I'ma take it all.
Fuck all imposters and posers that steal all the credit.